Branson, Carolina, the show. Go ahead and smash that like button if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel. Today, we're joined by class of 2022. He's a 4-star linebacker and preseason All-State selection, Jalon Walker from Salisbury High School. Jalon, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you for having me.
You know, before we get into this season, let's touch on last year for those that don't know. The team made it all the way to the state championship game against Shelby, ultimately falling short. But what were some of the positive takeaways from last season, and how did that loss motivate you this offseason?
Right. The positive outcome from the loss last season, I think everybody doubted us to go to the state championship. I think that nobody had faith in us that we'll make it that far. And us going there showed how this program is growing and how much success we can have in the future while everybody grows up.
Dude, we got to talk about that defense last season. Throughout that playoff run, incredible. Y'all gave up 9.5 points per game. Shut down Randall. Went to Hertford County. Shut them down. The most points you gave up in the playoffs was 18. Talk about that defense last year, and ultimately, how does this season's defense stack up against that one?
Right. Last year's defense was incredible. We had multiple guys go to school to play college football. I'm very proud of them and very grateful to play with them overall. Great defense, fast, strong, strength, great leaders on that defense. This year's defense is the same way. We're a little bit younger. That's a good thing, though. They're filling the roles very strongly, having a sophomore linebacker come in and replace what we had a senior linebacker last year, replacing both our corners with freshmen, very athletic, and safeties as well, filling in with juniors.
Overall, how does this season's team stack up against last year's? I know on offense, tons of starters come back. All starts with Honeycutt, the quarterback. But talk about this season's team, and quite frankly, is the goal state championship or bust?
Right. Oh, yeah. Still goal of the state championship. We plan to go back to the state championship and have a better outcome. Our offense is, back rolling, having a lot of returning starters, that's really good for us. We had a rough year starting out on offense, but now working ourselves in the playoffs and the end of the season that we really start rolling on our offensive side of the ball. And now that we have our starters still here, that means that we can get more active in our offense, having those star players and having those impactful plays.
Man, we got to talk recruiting just a little bit. Right. You're one of the best, if not the best, in the entire class of 2022 in the state. You're an Under Armour All-American. You have offers from practically everywhere. Describe what the process has been like for you. Has it almost felt like surreal at times?
Right. Sometimes surreal, just meeting these coaches that you never thought you meet. You see on ESPN doing these interviews, sitting on the sidelines in the big games. You never thought you'd be able to talk to those guys ever. And, meeting those coaches, meeting the people involved in the program, seeing what happens inside the program, what other people don't get to see. It's very big for me, and I'm very just a blessing. Just a blessing.
Who are some of the younger guys or guys that are moving into larger roles that we should keep an eye on this season? Almost to have like that breakout performance this spring.
Right. We have a sophomore linebacker, Amari Johnson. We have a junior linebacker who started at the end of the season, Jaden Gaither, and started in the state championship game, had a great game, a state championship game. I have my little brother, Deuce Walker. He's a corner. So I'm very proud and strong of his belief that he'll have a great season. We'll have another corner starting there, Marcus Cook or Jaden Gibson as safety, and Zay Davis. Well, no, Zay O'Neal as our safety.
Man, that game against North Davidson on 3/19, it's going to be huge.
Oh, yeah, it has to be.
They knocked y'all off last year in a really close game. What are your early thoughts on it? And, you got a little bit of revenge in the back of your mind?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I always have that revenge. That loss left a bad taste in my mouth last year. Left a bad taste for our whole program last year. We know we had the chance to beat them and go win be a contender of the conference championship. That game, close in the game, wire play, just had to, accomplish some plays that should have been accomplished, just have a better outcome this year.
As you've transitioned into one of the main leaders on the team, especially now that you're a junior, I just want to get your opinion on this. Salisbury, I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's one of the best places in the state to watch a game. The atmosphere is always top notch. What's it going to be like to only play in front of 100 fans? And as a leader, how are you going to make sure that team, especially the younger guys, are still, have energy and ready to play?
Right. You should always have the energy ready to play, no matter how many people's in the stands. You should always have that game ready atmosphere in your head. Just having 100 people, it sucks, because I say our student section is more than 100 people at times that are in the game. So having our families come out and watch us play, I know that's great motivation for them to see their parents or family members come watch them play in a football game.
All right, Jalon, final question, man. We're going to let you go. What's it been like after so much time? It seems like it's been 2 years, but I know it hasn't quite been that long to finally put back on the pads, be able to go out there and practice and just hit people again.
Right. It's felt great. Our first practice was Monday, well, last Monday. Just had a great feeling, getting our pads, just working them back in, putting the helmet on, just getting used to everything. Because, this year we'll have to play with masks and, a great transition from all the other players that's been playing, but fortunate enough that I've been playing with masks for basketball season. So I got used to it, having that feeling of, just rolling into it and having a great style of playing.
And I did want to get your opinion on that. How it is been playing with a mask? Is it as, for me, the only thing I can compare it to is working out in a mask. It makes it more difficult, but I guess, as you get used to it, your stamina builds up. But I did want to get your opinion on that.
Right. Yeah. Me getting used to it, really built my stamina. Having to practice in this, helps as conditioning as well. Have to control your breathing, your stamina as well. Our guys, at Salisbury for football, they are getting used to it, practicing with our mask on. So we'll be ready for game day. So it won't be so gassed during the time we're playing.
Well, we definitely got to stay safe out there. Jalon, thank you so much for taking the time. And guys, once again, this is preseason All-State selection, 4-star linebacker, Jalon Walker from Salisbury High School. Jalon, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today, and best of luck this season.
Thank you.